I'm not quite sure why I'm here or what I'm doing, but there's a reason. I don't like Facebook, and I don't like the internet. The library blocked my password. Now tell me, does that make any sense to you?
This is absolutely lit. This is lit.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dark Times with Dark Match Steve. How are you doing? What's up, lovers? Welcome. Tonight, we're on YouTube, X, and Rumble. Wherever you're at, get in my chat. Get deep in there. I want you deep in my chat. I want you to absolutely blow out my chat because you went so deep in it. Deep and girthy. I want you to just absolutely get deep in the chat. Hollow it out with your girth. You big man, you. Get in this chat. Welcome. This is Dark Times with Dark Match Steve. I'm your little host for the evening. Welcome. Guys, we're still working. I'm still getting this parody song done. Last night, I didn't get much done on it. I stayed on too late. We can't do that tonight, guys. I know. I get on here and I say, okay, guys, I'm going to get off in like an hour and a half, okay? And then it's 3 hours later. I'm like, well, that was fun. So we're not doing that tonight. I got to get off and get this done. I already texted Lummy. I got all my samples, everything. You guys know how I do the parody song for the Bubba Show. And so I got all my samples and stuff, and all I have to do is edit. We recorded everything, got done, recorded last night, so I just gotta, fix it up and send it in. Hopefully we'll hear it tomorrow. It kind of worked out. I've been spread a little bit thin here, and but it worked out, I guess, if they play it tomorrow, as long as I can get it done and sent in and they find time for it. Just because Brian Matroni will be in tomorrow, and the babyface, Brian the babyface Matroni. What is he, like a attorney of the year? Voted attorney of the year by what is it, Creative Loafing, that deal? I forget what the fuck was it. Yeah, anyway. Best of the Bay, greatest attorney, Brian babyface Matroni. So anyway, he was the one that mentioned the parody guys and us possibly doing a new song. So whatever. I just think it'd be cool if he was in there to hear it, just because he was the one that kind of mentioned doing a new song. So anyway, I'll have that done tonight, guys. I'm excited. The vocals came out pretty good. They sound clean as fuck. They sound good. It's so I'll give you a spoiler, which is not much of any information at all. There's no way any of you guys could guess the song that I did. But you guys know how I do when I do the parody songs. I do a remake of, like, I'll cover a already famous song and I'll change the words up and stuff to make it about something else. And the song I'm covering, it's a female vocalist. So that always complicates things for me anyway. Because, yeah, it just, that always complicates things. I won't get into the details. But anyway, it turned out really good. The lyrics and the vocals and everything, they're good. I think you guys will enjoy it. There'll be a few pops. Even if I had it done, I wouldn't spoil it for you guys tonight. You'd have to wait till tomorrow to hear it. So anyway, let me get to the chat, say hello to everybody getting in here. Tonight, the topic for tonight, there's been a few things, and I figured I could cover this within like an hour and a half or something and really get to everything that I wanted to talk about. I could, ideally, guys, I'll be off before 9:30. Just telling you. You guys know I like to do like 3 hours, but I want to get this I want to get the song done. So anyway, tonight we're doing Candace Owens, Vindicated with Receipts. So this is the TPUSA donor texts, the famous donor text messages that Charlie Kirk was sending out in this group message with different TPUSA members and stuff. One of those people in the group message was a gentleman by the name of Josh Hammer. Now I got to check, guys, but I think we covered a video with this guy. I didn't even know who the hell this was, Josh Hammer. But this guy, so I don't know if he's even a formal member of TPUSA. I thought he was, but when I heard about this tweet, I went to his fucking Twitter page, and I figured he would have had something about being a TPUSA member on there, but he doesn't. But the first tweet that's on Josh Hammer's Twitter account is a tweet that has TPUSA tagged in it. So I don't know what the fuck's going on with this. I don't know who the fuck he is. Some Israel First guy. God bless him. So anyway, this guy is one of the people that is in this group message. And he also, there's a tweet that has been unearthed. People have been digging around on Twitter. This whole Charlie Kirk thing is just such a goddamn clown show. And it seems like there's just a relentless, unfathomable number of people in these positions of power, be it whether they're members of the FBI or TPUSA or fucking Benjamin Netanyahu himself. It's just like it's this whole goddamn thing is such a clown show, and some of the information that we are being told and expected to believe is so laughable, it's insulting. But anyway, so that has forced people to go do their own digging. They've gone to this Josh Hammer guy. I don't know why they went to his Twitter, but people have found a very interesting tweet on his page. So we will get to all this shit. I'll show you guys. I don't know this other guy's name. It's on Charlie Kirk's YouTube channel. They've just taken it over and decided to try to turn it into a Zionist hellscape. So we'll take a look at that. Let me get to the chat, say hello to everybody, trickle it in, and we'll get started. Where are we at? Chat, I'm inside you. Can you feel me? Dutch Duke, lover, first in the chat. Michael Earl, lovers, welcome. Guys, a parody song, it should be pretty good. Don't get your expectations up and your standards up too high, but it's a decent song. Let me put it this way. If you guys liked, for sure, if you kind of liked the song about me smelling myself, you know how Bubba used that term and I did a parody song about Bubba saying I'm smelling myself. If you even vaguely, remotely liked that, you will probably like this one. So anyway, Rainey, welcome. What's the disclaimer, Aboot? The disclaimer is me trying to cover my ass. I have to really spell it out for people that I'm in character right now. You guys have to understand. I'm a streamer. I'm doing an internet show, and I'm in character as a gay man who, well, I was a gay Trump supporter. Now I'm just a crazy gay guy, but I'm in character, guys. Trust me. I'm pretending I'm gay because I think it helps me with the algorithms. I'm not exactly sure, but we're putting the eggs in that basket. Let's see how this goes. I'm in character, guys, for real. Don't take it too seriously. I'm just, Anyway, so yeah, men's butts. Welcome, Bart Hutchison, Donald Ferguson. Welcome. How much symbolism can we take? Yeah, I know the intro is a little bit. I might even change up the intro sometime. I just I don't have a lot of time to make like little adjustments to shit and make a whole new. We got so much stuff on the burners, guys. Scott Starbird's up in here. Scott, lover, welcome. Your stream was great tonight. I love that Alex Stein video. That shit's gold. Icy Bird, what's up, bro? What's up, mother trucker? Adam's in here. Wait, oh yeah, he's on the YouTube as well. What's up? DMS. Like, smash, super chat. I don't have super chats yet. We got to see how that goes once I get to 1,000 subs, which will be any time now. We'll see about the super chats. You guys can throw me like $10 and tell me to spread my hole. I'll do it. I will do it. Bob Cook. All right, guys, we're about to get started. We're close to the bottom. Oh, promo code's in here. What's up, promo? Love her. Welcome. I'm glad you could join us. I know sometimes you can't get on here till late. Biggie said, I came into chat and get greeted with my girth comments. Hey, look. I'm just jealous that I don't have the girth where it counts, guys. I wish if I wasn't circumcised, I would have at least an extra like millimeter or two, maybe, to work with. But the dual citizens got my foreskin. Some rabbi snatched it. I have a Calta diss track I wrote and my friend rapped it. It's awesome. Oh, really? Dude, we should play my so I was thinking about today. It's not I could probably I could find it and probably import it in here while we're watching something or some shit. But you guys remember my dude likes hitting ladies. You guys remember that song about Mike Calta punching Bubba's girlfriend at the time, girlfriend, now fiance, Merch Crick? Do you guys remember that track? I should import that in here because that's really, guys, I did really good vocals on that and it wasn't the easiest. I don't sing Aerosmith. I'm not familiar with Aerosmith. That's not the easiest vocals to cover. Madonna? No. That's not too far off, though. It really isn't. May I check your receipts? We'll get to them. We're gonna get to them now, guys. Sniz is in here. Sniz and the Chiz. What's up, lover? Dirtbag Kenneth. Yeah, I never play that because honestly, that's not my favorite of my parody songs, and it's just a very, very Bubba. I was gonna say Bubba centric, but it's such that's kind of an inside deal. If I play the dude likes hitting ladies, even if you don't know the situation of what happened, you can hear the story and understand it. The Dirtbag Kenneth song is sort of like if you know, you know, and if you don't know, then you really don't give a shit. And it's yeah. Anyway. Tommy's up in here. What's up, Tommy? 2274. What's up, lover? Welcome. How about Clown Wig, the song about unsavory character? Is that what you're talking about? This chair fucking sucks. I gotta hit this bong, guys. All right, so where do we get started here? Holy fuck, where do we even get started? I'm so busy, guys. So busy. So... Wait, Adam Wiley sent me something. Bro, Adam, you sending me some... Adam's sending me the weirdest AI shit. So where do we get started? So Candace Owens, everybody knows she's been spouting off about a whole bunch of shit. Now she's claiming, I'll play this clip first. She's saying she has a dead man switch. This is getting fucking serious. And you know what? I don't blame her. I thought at first when I heard she said she had a dead man switch, I was like, oh, come on. But dude, I mean, if you actually think that there's any truth to any of the shit that you're covering as Candace Owens, you would have to have a dead man switch, right? She's saying worse shit about Israel and dragging TPUSA's name through the mud. I mean, if that had anything to do with what happened to Charlie Kirk, then she's fucked. All right, let me get you guys over to the Twitter. Here we go. Owen says every political figure involved will be publicly named as she suddenly dies. Well, I hope she dies and it's not something nefarious or conspiratorial. I hope she just accidentally dies and they release the dead man switch. I want to see the names. Give us the Candace Owens list now. Release the files.
I went ahead this week and sent around a life insurance policy of sorts, a package rather, to people that
Yeah, so Sniz, a dead man switch. This is like this is basically, it's a thing where, so a dead man switch. Oh, yes, Sniz says, I know what it is now. So anyway, if anyone isn't exactly sure, yeah, dead man switch. I don't know. So I think the way people use it now might actually, I think it is technically, you know, metaphorical speaking. The way when people say a dead man switch these days, most often it's the context of, if I die, then a bunch of information gets released, and it'll likely be extremely damning for the people who may or may not have murdered me. But an actual non-metaphorical dead man switch is like a thing, like, you know, it's a thing where if someone dies, you know, their body will trigger an actual switch. I think that the original term actually meant a switch, that if someone died, their, you know, either their finger would press a button or their weight of their body. I don't know what the original actually, let's look that up real quick. Dead man switch origin. Railway engineers, such as who develop safety devices to prevent accidents if an operator became incapacitated. Yeah. So these dead man switches require the operator to maintain pressure on a control. If they become unconscious or die and release the pressure, the train automatically stops. So yeah, that's the original dead man switch. Elbows down, lover. What's up, bro? Welcome. Goddamn right, Vindicated. Yeah, the original one. I knew it was some kind of mechanical switch. So the other, I don't know if you guys remember seeing the story, but do you guys remember there was I actually think he got off on the charges or something. Do you guys remember the guy that he got like fucked over by business partners or a bank or something? And they were going to completely take all of his property and fuck him over. Something like that happened. So this guy showed up and held this other guy at gunpoint and took him as a hostage, basically, and forced him to go do some kind of bank transaction or some shit. And when, the cops saw what was going, no one stopped it because he had what was a real dead man switch with like a shotgun. He had a video. I just started reading chat and I saw someone wrote the word video. He had a shotgun with like an actual string attached to where if a police officer shot him, it would pull the trigger. The actual butt, the exit end of the barrel was actually like attached to the victim's neck. He had it actually like attached. So even if a cop couldn't come up and knock it out of the way. I mean, the shotgun was attached to his neck. So if the guy died or something happened at all, it would pull the trigger and blow the other guy's head clean off his shoulders. That's the most famous example of a scopolamine bank withdrawal. I don't think scopolamine was involved with it. Are you talking about something else? All right, so let's just watch this. Let me go down here. Okay.
I trust a package filled with text messages, emails, private communications, videos, and private legal documents. So if anything happens to me, you guys will know exactly who it is that has been making my life a living hell over the past couple of years. People that are trying to bankrupt me, trying to bankrupt me and my family, that are
okay, well, we know what group it is. We just don't have the names.
Threatening us to sue us. Everything that Kanye said was so.
Oh God! So yeah, we definitely know what group she's talking about. we just don't have the Namensteins.
Real. Okay. I'm now at that point where you
We just don't have the name Bergs.
look back and you go, man, Kanye was right. He was really saying something about what it takes to leave, to fight for custody of your own soul. Just leave me alone. Let me say what I believe and you say what you believe. Fight fair. Why do you always have to make this threat to bankrupt people? And I want you to know that those people, if anything happens to me, they have my explicit permission to release it all, detonate it all, expose all of these people in politics and in the movement who behave like this behind the scenes. It's necessary. And I highly recommend every single person that is out there that has a platform and is going through things and is scared, do the same. Send everything around to about 8 people.
Ay, ay, ay. You're scaring us, Candace. Don't get axed.
People that you trust. And I mean, I've ranged it. I sent it to journalists, text messages, and screenshots to people ranging from Max Blumenthal to Andrew Tate. They won't know where it's coming from.
Oh, Lord. This is getting crazy. Who would have thought Candace Owens would be one of the the spearheads of figuring out what happened to what all of the details involved with this shit. It is crazy, guys. It is crazy. We're going to take a look. And guys, look, actually, I'll pull up my YouTube channel. I got to look on there because I think we covered a debate. Guys, we covered this Josh Hammer guy on my stream before. It was an Israel debate. I'll find that later. Let's get into. So there, that's that one. Let's see. Okay, we'll come back to that. So post unavailable. So here, let me show you guys an article. Go to the article. Wait, do I have this video saved? Let me see. Oh yeah, Tim Pool. Okay, so I know how to find this. Okay. Let's take a look at this and then we can read an article and see how they lay it out. I like to see that because it's gonna undoubtedly be interesting how they spin it. You guys on this tab still? Okay, so here this is the this has been going around. Yeah, okay, well this is from yesterday. Yeah, so anyway, Tim Pool, what the fuck? This is crazy. Candace says Charlie expressed fear that he was going to be killed just before being murdered. Now, this is crazy, though, and Tim Pool actually retweeted this twice, or he tweeted it out twice, and it is weird. One of the posts, one of the tweets, he said something about, man, why would Charlie Kirk go out and do public events if he was actually in fear of them assassinating him or something? And I think it's a fair question to ask, but dude, I kind of think if you are Charlie Kirk and you are worried about being assassinated, okay, and I'm not saying I 100% buy this, that he said that. I want to see more receipts. I want to see more info. And I know Candace Owens has more. Clearly Candace Owens is throttling what she releases, and she's being a little bit calculated in a good way. And so we'll see what else comes out. I am very, very intrigued. I'm actually like, I'm not surprised that the text messages that she talked about with the donors, I'm not surprised that that is actually true. I'm surprised that it actually got verified this quickly. I really am. I thought this is going to be one of those things where they like call bullshit for long enough that people just kind of like, before it ever gets verified, people already just have completely discredited Candace Owens or something, and they're just going to run with, pretending they don't have to address it, or it's unnecessary. But those fucking texts are verified now. But yeah, to me, if I were, like I was saying, if I were Charlie Kirk and I were getting some kind of sense, so I'd like to see how he expressed this himself. But if Charlie Kirk is we don't know to what degree he would actually be thinking that. You have to imagine if you're Charlie Kirk and you're doing, let's see, however, I don't know, I'd like to see his reasoning for thinking he could be assassinated. But just think if it's something that you barely have a hunch, where you're just like, man, I'm feeling some real heat for all of my questioning about the United States, ally status with Israel, our allegiance, and I'm questioning all kinds of those things, and I'm getting a lot of heat from it, and it's making me feel uncomfortable and even like a little bit like threatened. I mean, how serious of a hunch? I mean, you would have to be like, dude, if you're Charlie Kirk and you're in the middle of a tour where you're doing all these college campus events and stuff like that. Number one, no one, I mean, I just like, if I were Kirk, like I said, I wouldn't imagine if someone was going to assassinate me that they would do it where there's 1,000 cameras, right? That's extremely, extremely bold. Not that it's beyond, I mean, obviously it happened, and he already had heat for a lot of other stuff. Yeah, no, I'm not saying he doesn't have heat from other people and for other reasons. That's true. Again, Sniz, I'm not 100%. I might joke or whatever. Seriously, I'm not 100% sold that Israel did this. My thing is it's just how the FBI story just, to me, it's just laughable. And it's weird. And my first temptation, if we're going to stay the most down to earth and least conspiratorial, I would just say, oh, well, Tyler Robinson probably didn't act alone. He's probably taking the fall for it. And, whatever. That would be where, like, the least crazy my brain would go first. He was a part of some fucking weird, left-wing group where they had Tyler Robinson, Patsy number 33, on the roof with the rifle, and there's 32 other Patsies in the crowd. We got an old man with child abuse material on his laptop, waving his hat, pretending he was the shooter. We've got another guy that was in khaki pants, all black, that got apprehended that day. They thought he was the shooter. There's all these fucking weirdos in the crowd. There's the guy that got arrested with a rifle who went the next day, went over the crime scene tape and broke into the crime scene the day after Charlie Kirk was assassinated. There's that guy too. It's just like, I'd be totally willing to bet that, okay, well, yeah, maybe it's just a group of people, and maybe the FBI is lying because they're investigating and they're just trying to throw off this group of people into thinking, oh yeah, we got the one lone shooter, and that's the only shooter we need to really care about here. Look, he did it all alone, guys. He climbed that roof and then ran away. But it's just some of the shit, man. It feels like there's some bigger, grander thing going on. Just the way, and it's the same logic I'm using with analyzing the Trump situation in terms of the Epstein files. Okay. There is such an easy, in my opinion, and there may be some factor I'm just not aware of, but it just seems like there's so much smoother, easier ways to, to calm the fucking, crazed MAGA people and everybody else that are frothing at the mouth for more Epstein info and more Charlie Kirk info. There's so much better ways to, quench their thirst for this than to say, it's a hoax. You guys, you get it, right? Like Donald Trump, who helped prosecute, the prosecutor credited Trump for helping to prosecute Epstein, and Trump says, it's a hoax. Everybody shut up or you're not my friend. It's a hoax. That's not how you handle it. And then the FBI saying, we have the lone shooter. We got him, guys. 33 hours later. I mean, I guess maybe the investigation's technically not over, but dude, the way that the FBI is just like wholeheartedly buying, at least publicly, seems to be buying into this story. The text messages seem weird. The text messages seem so weird. Then you guys know we go over this way too fucking much. Every little detail I have problems with. The goddamn Discord messages, Discord says weren't sent on Discord. There's all these fucking problems. And the FBI is just like, yeah, well, it's just it's a miracle. Charlie Kirk had Jesus's bones. There were two sets of bones in Charlie Kirk's body. One was Charlie Kirk's, and the other bones we saw in there were Jesus's bones, and it stopped the bullet because it's magic bones. I'm just so done. The whole thing just seems so retarded. That just feels like there's a bigger kind of cover up other than, oh, maybe Tyler Robinson was part of a group of people and the investigation's still open. We're looking into it. It's just like, that's not like the vibe you get from it. Let's play this.
Off record. Two people who
hold on.
3 people told me off record. 2 people who have this in a written communication from Charlie. One who is a Turning Point USA donor, and I would say very much one of the white knights in this. The very day before Charlie Kirk died, he expressed that he thought he was going to be killed. He told these people, I think they're going to kill me. Okay. He did not express that to me. So I am telling you this based off the testimony of 3 people. And I am saying this because I hope that these people who I think are good will be inspired to come forward with that. Again, those conversations I had were off record. I honor that. If I say it's off record, it stays off record. But I'm hoping that watching what I am.
Damn, Candace is a real one. She's a real one.
Am doing and feeling the energy that is rising across the world for people who want to know what the heck happened on 9/10.
Bro, this looked like this whole thing when she started running her mouth, it looked like this was going to obliterate her credibility. And here we are. She's being vindicated with various aspects of this, and she's behaving like a real journalist here. And I believe her. With everything, how things have progressed so far with what she says she has and can give us info on and whatever, you know what? I'm willing. I'm not saying I wholeheartedly believe her. I have to specify here as well. The way my brain works with stuff like this, I understand that it's going to be, impossible to get the full truth on anything. When I'm analyzing something like this, I kind of go, it's similar to how Patrick Bet David talked about it, where you'd say you would just place your bets. You would wager what's the percentage of this being true, or what the probability of it, or whatever. And this is one of the things, at least now, given how things have progressed with what Candace Owens has been releasing and talking about. I'd be willing to bet money that this is the people I'm not saying that the people she is speaking to are 100% credible, but These people, she probably has some real sources here that she doesn't want to betray by giving them up.
That, they will be brave and they will say, yeah, Charlie did the day before he died think that he was going to be killed, and maybe tell us, who is they? Well, for once and for all, who is they? Who is the they that he thought were going to kill him? Now, to answer.
I think we know the they. Oh, fuck. Guys, who is it? It was Charlie Kirk was clearly referring to Qatar, right? Okay. Sniz says Candace would look good if she kept her natural hair. Lose the wig? You think that's a wig? I don't really know. It might be. I don't know. That looks like it could be just extremely flattened, like straightened out. So let's where's the one I was reading before? So yeah, this is from 3 hours ago. This oh well, I didn't show you the tweet yet. So well, this'll have it in it, won't it? So, dude, let's take a look at. I'll show you guys TPUSA responding and verifying these the not tweets, the group message where Charlie Kirk was talking about donors. We'll take a look at that, but let's look at this article. So it says, "Who is Josh Hammer?" The fuck out of my face. Who is Josh Hammer to Charlie Kirk? Candace Owens targets conservative after betrayal dream. So yeah, Candace Owens said she had a dream where Charlie Kirk came up to her in her dream and said, "I was betrayed." Da 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 da. So right-wing commentator Candace Owens has now targeted Josh Hammer in a fresh theory she's following in Charlie Kirk's killing. Candace Owens, the right-wing commentator, now targeted. Okay, are we going to just... Why do we do this? Why are articles done like this? How did this person go to college? I just feel like if I were in a writing class and my teacher had us do like a mock article, I would expect to get like at least a D on this. The teacher would be like, you just keep repeating yourself. I know I said it had to be 500 words. You can't just keep repeating the same sentences, but word them differently. What the fuck is going on at the Hindustan Times? Get it together. 31-year-old founder TPUSA was fatally shot. Well, we know that. In recent released information by Candace Owens, she points to purported tension between Kirk and pro-Israel donors. On October 7th, the anniversary of the Hamas attacks, Owens shared screenshots of a group chat where Kirk and 9 TPUSA affiliates were reportedly present. The screenshot allegedly shows Kirk's frustration over losing major donors because he refused to cut ties with Tucker Carlson. While Owens initially withheld the names of the people in the group, she later revealed that Josh Hammer was among them and said a purported text from Josh Hammer read, "This might feel good short term, but it's not a good long term in my opinion." It's not good long term in my opinion. She stated that this was Hammer replying to Kirk about bringing Owens to replace Carlson. Notably, TPUSA spokesperson Andrew Colvett confirmed that the text released by Owens to be authentic and Kirk's views on Israel were complicated and nuanced. Right. So, yeah, we got to go watch that and see how he phrases that. I would love to see the spin on that. Oh, well, Charlie Kirk really, really loved Israel, but he just had to deal with all these little groyper trolls, and so that's really all it was. He loved Benjamin Netanyahu. Who's Josh Hammer? Joshua Benjamin Hammer is an American conservative political commentator. Besides, he's a columnist and podcast host. Hammer has authored Israel and Civilization, The Fate of the Jewish Nation and the Destiny of the West. Probably a real shit book. He's all not because it's about Israel, because this guy this guy sucks. Well, I'll show you guys. We covered this. We covered a debate with this guy. I'm going to go look it up on my channel, see. I don't remember who he debated, but I know it was like an Israel related thing. I don't know. I remember him fucking sucking at life. So he's also the host of the Josh Hammer Show, which probably sucks. A podcast and syndicated radio show, which is ridiculous to imagine people could enjoy this guy on the radio. That's awful. Hammer also was involved in Senator Ted Cruz's 2016 presidential campaign. So that's how you know this man is a joke. He was involved in Ted Cruz's presidential campaign. This guy is a loser. He's debated Peter Beinart and Alan Dershowitz. That was not the debates we watched. I'm not sure. I think it was Dave Smith. We'll go look. I think he debated Dave Smith. Topics linked to Israel, the Israel-Palestine conflict, Israel judicial reform, among others. Hammer, who's also senior editor at large for Newsweek, wrote an opinion piece following Kirk's assassination. He called Kirk's personal friend, shared the two had spoken less than 24 hours before the fatal bullet struck. What Candace Owens said about Josh Hammer. Owens, meanwhile, shared a post which hinted that Hammer might have had foreknowledge of Kirk's killing. She says here, I knew nothing about Josh Hammer's random tweet and public executions the night before. Sorry. I knew nothing about Josh Hammer's random tweet about public execution the night before Charlie was publicly executed. In what context does this tweet make sense? Literally, what the F? So, guys, check out Josh Hammer's tweet. I saved this, right? Will this take me to Twitter? Like, is it going to take me to a different tab here? So, yeah, I don't know if you guys can see this. This is the tweet. Hold on. What is Okay, let me get you, we'll go over to this tab real quick because it brought me here. So this is the tweet in question. We'll watch that video with him. Josh Hammer treachery. Fact, Josh Hammer randomly dug up a 12-year-old Trump tweet about public executions the night before Charlie was publicly executed. Fact, the same night before the assassination, Josh Hammer told us he had a meeting with Charlie wherein he claimed Charlie hadn't changed his mind on Israel. Oh, fuck. I didn't read any of this. I had no idea we were going this deep. We're going balls deep. We're taint deep. Change of mind. He neglected to say anything about Charlie's group chat statement from the previous day. Fact, Josh Hammer was in a group chat where Charlie admitted he was going to have to abandon the pro-Israel cause. Yet Hammer remained completely silent about this and called Candace Owens a liar for claiming Charlie's stance on Israel was shifting. Bro, this is so dirty. This is so fucking dirty. I can't believe this shit. Guys, this is, I don't know what you guys think. Maybe I'm being too dramatic here, but guys, how far off is this from the fucking people that are like making fun of Charlie? Well, no, sorry. That's a different thing. I meant to actually compare the people who are taking the out of context clips of Charlie Kirk and telling you that here in this clip, Charlie Kirk says all black women are stupid. Oh my God. And it says nothing like that. This clip here says Charlie Kirk says that black people were better off as slaves. This is like the same thing. This is the same thing when these fucking, these Zionist people, now that Charlie Kirk is dead, they barely wait for the body to get cold, and they're already tweeting about how much Charlie Kirk loved Israel and Netanyahu. Is this not like as filthy, as disgusting? It's the same thing. I feel like it might even be worse because they're not even like, at least the people that are trying to tarnish Charlie's reputation to paint him as a racist, they're at least using clips of Charlie saying the words. Granted, they're out of context, but here we have people who know that Charlie Kirk is texting them in group chats saying how he's turning his back on Israel and, oh, well, we're losing Jewish donors. Sorry, but I just can't stay on the Israel train. Sorry, guys. And they're running around saying, look, guys, you know what? Charlie Kirk told me the last thing he wanted was to have his ashes spread at the wall. He was my best friend. He told me, give Benjamin Netanyahu a pinch of my ashes in a little locket to hold around his neck. Is it not more disgusting to completely lie? Like you don't even have out of context clips to pretend Charlie loved Israel. You're just making it up. Holy shit. Holy shit, guys. We didn't even get to the video yet. Okay, let's keep reading. I'm spouting off. So here we are. Charlie's stance on Israel shifting. Fact, Josh Hammer knew about the letter to Netanyahu, but remained quiet and let others break the story. It's a dirty game, guys. Why is Josh Hammer calling people liars for making true claims while remaining silent on key pieces of insider information himself that refute his own claims? It's just a dirty game, guys. That's how it is. You know, once you have pledged your allegiance to a different nation than this one, that's just that's how it goes. Watch Josh Hammer tell you about being in the group chat and tell you Charlie wasn't shifting his stance. This is now confirmed to be untrue, and it turns out Candace Owens was telling the truth. Why did Hammer lie about Candace and not produce this information himself? Holy fuck, guys. So here's the tweet. Look at this. Josh Hammer, April 19th, 2013. He went and dug this tweet up, Donald Trump talking about an execution, and retweets that and adds his own caption that just simply says, based. This is, 18 hours. 18 hours before Charlie Kirk gets his own public execution. We've got Josh Hammer, who is talking about public executions and how they're based, and then also afterward lying about how Charlie Kirk just deeply loved Israel. Charlie Kirk left his heart in Israel when he met Erica Kirk. Elbows down, bro. Thank you. That was a good. That was a good clip, guys. I got a good clippable moments like almost every stream. I just don't have the time to clip them. But thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I'm gonna get more clips. We're gonna do that, guys. That was a good monologue there. Damn, I'm good. Damn, guys. Okay, so what is this? 2025? Oh, here we go. Yeah. So this is Josh Hammer again. I was given access to this letter a few months ago. I read it at the time. As I've been saying repeatedly, Tucker, Candace, and other bad faith actors are lying through their teeth about Charlie and Israel. Holy shit.
And it was really only over the past, I don't know, year and a half or so that I would say that we became closer. I started going on his show, the Charlie Kirk Show, a wildly popular podcast and radio show. I started going on the show more often, and we started talking very frequently. He formed a small group chat. There were probably 7 or 8 of us total in this group chat there. He called it his brain trust for thinking about Israel, for thinking about Jewish-Christian relations. He was very concerned about rising anti-Semitism. This is something that he was an adamant opponent of. It is Charlie, if you look at campus talks for the past couple of years, he wasn't just getting asked about Israel. He was not just getting asked about two-state solution, about Gaza, borders, all this stuff there. No, he was getting asked about like the Talmud, which is crazy. And he actually was able to provide very good answers, better answers than probably 98% of Jews probably could offer there.
God damn, guys. This is awful. This is awful, guys. This is a bad dream. No way they took out Charlie Kirk. Guys, I feel so bad. I mean, I didn't say anything that I regret, but I feel bad for how hard I was on Charlie Kirk about the Israel stuff. And it's because I did not keep up with Charlie Kirk the way I should have. I just saw clips here and there and was like, oh yeah, he's such a shill for Israel, man. They're paying him. Dude, I was right. I don't know if I actually said, oh, they are paying him to say this or whatever. I think I hinted at that. Which, I mean, guys, I was maybe a little off with that. Maybe he wasn't directly being paid to say good things about Israel, but his Jewish donors apparently were starting to not pay him when he started talking bad about Israel. So I don't know if it technically means I was right in the reverse of that. Maybe he wasn't technically being paid to be a Zionist, but he was definitely having his funds withheld for not being one. Oh, fuck.
So we talked a little bit about that sort of stuff, frankly. But above all, we really strategized about how to turn back the tide against rising anti-Semitism and anti-Israel sentiment on the American right in Republican Party circles among young Gen Z conservative activists there. And it got to the point where these campus talks that Charlie was doing, give or take, these are his words, not mine, he would say that roughly 50% of the questions that he got asked were all on Israel, Jews, which first of all is disturbing. It's mind-boggling and frankly disturbing. That is not a sign of a healthy society. So
it's not a sign of a healthy society to wonder who's pulling the strings. Oh, God.
That's sobering in and of itself. But because of that, he did organize.
It's a sign of a degrading society when you start questioning how many dual citizens you have in Congress. That's the sign that your society is decaying at the core. We're in the end times, ladies and gentlemen.
This Zoom call the night before he tragically was murdered. So the Utah Valley University event where he tragically was killed, just a day that will live in infamy, to borrow the FDR phrase from many decades ago. So that was supposed to be the first of a series of events, supposed to be the first launching a campus tour. So basically, before he set foot at the first event, he wanted kind of an hour-long kind of prep call. So it was me, a right-wing rabbi friend of mine who lives in Jerusalem, Pesach Wilicki.
Oh, fuck. Sorry, guys. I haven't had the chat up. There you go. You guys are up now. I forgot to put the chat on the screen there. You guys will be up now. 4-day weekend, boys. Flies FM. What do you mean 4-day weekend? What do you work for the government? You still off? It's shut down? Oh, Sniz said, there's one fact that can't be disputed. Many politicians yeah, dude, no matter what you think about, this is the thing where I don't, people will bring up like Muslim countries that, different Arabs that have fucking investments and talking about how much Qatar money and whatever is in the U.S. There's just so many factors with the Israel stuff. That's the thing. You're not if you were just talking about money going to the fucking politicians, it's not really apples to apples. Sorry, I got like 10 different tabs open. I got lost. Okay, here's the one we were on. I've got 2 Twitter tabs open. I was going back and forth.
A couple of his producers, and there was one Christian pastor. And that was basically it.
Yeah, I don't know how many Qatar dual citizens are in our Congress, but that would concern me as well if that were the case.
And Charlie had a list of questions. You know, how do I respond when the students ask me about starvation, famine, genocide, borders, two-state solution, this, that, there. But the mere fact that he was seeking our counsel, and we communicated on a virtually daily basis through this active group chat and one-on-one, the fact that we were doing that, along the fact that he had that particular Zoom call with people like me the night before he was killed, I think really profoundly calls into question this narrative that he was getting ready to renounce his well-established lifelong support for the Jewish people, for the state of Israel. And it was really...
Dude, that is crazy. That is so fucking nuts. That is so nuts, guys. He actually put that in the text messages. He actually put that word for word almost in the text. And he's saying it's not like he was renouncing his support for Israel and Benjamin Netanyahu. I mean, he literally put that in the texts. That is crazy. This is bonkers, guys. This is fucking bonkers. And they're busted. They're so busted. Candace Owens, you let Candace Owens fucking dunk on you, you fucking retards. Holy shit. Guys, that's bonkers, man. No way, Candace Owens. No way. Candace Owens for the fucking win. That is crazy. So yeah, guys, look, check this out. Oh, Sniz, love you, brother. Thanks for getting in the chat. Good to see you, lover. Be safe. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you in the Bubba chat in the morning. Should have a new parody tomorrow. We'll see. Look forward to that. Lies, yeah, this is damning. Yes. Lies and tomfoolery. So here, guys, check this out, though. This is funny. Look at, okay, here we go. Yeah, look at this, guys. We covered Josh Hammer. Dave Smith versus Josh Hammer. Israel debate moderated by Charlie Kirk. Guys, I had no idea. I actually feel really bad that I was not giving Charlie Kirk enough credit for like sort of coming around. And you know what? During this debate, I remember watching this debate on the stream and reviewing it and being like, oh shit, Charlie Kirk is actually like, he's actually letting them have a good debate here. Like this is, I was kind of like shook. Choose rock. Is this back when I had hair? No, I already had the dreads cut. Yeah, this was Charlie Kirk. Wow, guys. Guys, does it make you feel good for real? Does it make you guys feel good that I'm actually, you know, I know we fuck around a lot on here, but I just accidentally keep you guys in the loop. Not that, you know, I don't know what you guys watch besides what I got going on over here, but dude, we've been, this is a really, I feel like we've got a nice community building here, and we actually, like, you know, we kind of stay in the loop with a bunch of the ruckus, the drama. And it's like on accident sometimes. I'm just like, hey guys, this looks like it'll be a good debate. Here we are like months later. Like, oh fuck, we watched all of this. You know, and from day one, I said something's up with this Charlie Kirk shit. We've all been looking, we've given each other info. Scott Starboard and I have been checking all this shit out and feeding each other info and all that shit. And it's like, dude, we've kind of been pretty fucking base this whole time, guys. I'm really proud of us, for real. This is crazy. I can't believe we covered this debate. So yeah, this is the guy. Wait. I don't remember any of the shit this guy. I just remember he was going hard in the paint for the chosen land. Negotiate. He got killed in one of the fucking bombings.
Feel free to respond. Yeah, I'd be curious if Dave Smith also believes in the tooth fairy and pink unicorns. I mean, what lie does Dave Smith not believe, frankly? Look, the recent 12-day war is literally the encapsulation of the Trump doctrine of foreign policy. Donald Trump ran against neoconservatism. He is not a neoconservative. That's good because neoconservatism is actually really, really bad. I actually have a whole chapter in my book, Israel and Civilization, talking about how bad neoconservatism is. It's chapter 7. If you haven't read, you should go ahead and pick up a copy. So it's really good that...
Yeah, he's selling his book. Clap, clap. Round of applause for the chat. Round of applause for us. God damn, guys. We got a good stream going on over here. Okay, let's check out the TPUSA. It's 9:10 almost right now. Let's see how they respond to this. This is on. Oh, well, we'll stay here. Here we go. Actually, let me just. I don't want to show you guys what else is in my history. It's naked guys. It's embarrassing. Just looking at. I just typed in hot guys on. Actually, it's not far off. Guys. Oh my God. Oh fuck, man. Sometimes I make jokes and then I don't realize I'm actually like telling the truth about myself. I did not look up hot guys. Do you want me to show you what's in my history though? Look at these. I follow this construction crew. These guys, oh God. Look, you just have to remember I'm in character as a gay man. Look what we got here. This is the construction bros. I've showed you guys this before. These are guys that they're really good at building shit. The finished product is good, but these guys troll. They're like, these guys, they're in good shape. There's like 2 of them that are actually like really hot. One of them looks like, what's his name that played Val Kilmer from the Doors movie. One of the guys looks like Val Kilmer from the Doors movie. The other one looks like looks like my buddy that died a few years ago because there was fentanyl laced in the cocaine that he bought. So someone says, "Hey Steve, I'm a U.S. Navy veteran. I have a question. What do you think about the USS Liberty?" Rest in peace. Yeah, no, I don't think that worked out too well for the naval men on board. I think a few people died. It wasn't a good look for our greatest allies. Yeah, that's a shame what happened. You know, and I wasn't sure. We always talk about whatever. Like I'll entertain kind of fucking anything. You never know with what sources and whatever. I'm not like a huge historian. I don't know like all the details on the USS Liberty. If someone wanted to debate me on it or whatever, I would have to go do some research and get my arguments together and stuff. But it was interesting, guys, when this was on Veterans Day, an act of treason. Man, I would have to look up I would argue it probably is, but I would have to like legally look up the definition. I mean, it's from what I hear. This is what I was gonna say. Someone, Tina's in the chat too. Bub Army Mom, what's up? What's up? Welcome. So what I was gonna say is I went to here in Tampa, Florida. That's where I live, Tampa, Florida. I'll dox myself. I don't care. It's a shithole here. I went to the the Veterans Memorial thing on Veterans Day. And so when I went in there, I actually got it on video. I could show you the video, but I went to the Veterans Memorial and they had a plaque for like all these different, it's this section outside where they have like, I forget how many, there's like 20 of these like big plaques that are in a row sort of going around this like garden area type of thing. And I was just walking around reading them. My buddy's dad passed away possibly from the vaccine. We won't really know, but he had a heart attack at a Wawa gas station not too long after getting a booster. But anyway, so his dad is a veteran, and we like to, for Veterans Day, he likes to go to that and just pay respects to the soldiers. And also, It's reminiscent of his father having served and all this shit. So we were at this thing. I'm reading all these plaques, just walking around and reading them. And I actually saw one that said USS Liberty. I said, what? Holy shit. And I start to read it because, dude, like I said, you don't really know how other people score it. When I'm seeing a bunch of when I'm seeing fucking Jake Shields and Nick Fuentes tweeting about the USS Liberty, it's like you go, okay, yeah, we kind of, I know you have biases and whatever. I'm hearing what you're saying, but my brain can't separate me from the fact that I know that you guys have anti-Israel bias. So I just in the back of my head, I'm like, yeah, USS Liberty, that happened. It sounds really fucking sketchy. I don't know all the details. I don't really know. So you don't really know the impression that other veterans have of this. So I go to this veterans thing and I see the USS Liberty plaque, and I was actually shocked to read it. And the plaque pretty much laid it out. I could show you guys. I have the video. We'll get to it after the TPUSA thing maybe. But on the plaque, it explains exactly, pretty much what happened. And it says, yeah, there are some people that say it was an accident, but the veterans and the servicemen that were there that day say that is bullshit. That it was absolutely Israel attacked the USS Liberty on purpose. And it was because the USS Liberty accidentally listened in. They got some bad intel on Israel or something like that. And so they blew up the USS Liberty, sunk that bitch. And it said it on this plaque. I don't remember exactly what the wording was of everything, but I remember it saying there are some people who say it was just an accident, but that's bullshit. I was like, holy fuck, this is for real. It was real for me then. So anyway, these guys, the construction bros, they're funny. These guys, I believed it at first, but they're doing this as a bit. These guys pretend that they're shitty construction workers and they cut corners, but they don't. It's like they're playing it up.
Yeah, my two loose.
This is the guy that looks like Val Kilmer from the Doors movie.
Just gonna fix it. Show you real quick. Where to fix it.
His name's Gunner.
Put a screw in there and you got it in your belly or what? Yeah. Screw. Yeah, my two loose.
He didn't put it in his belly. He's just they're fucking around. It's funny. I know. I'm sexually frustrated.
So you're probably wondering why I had to cut this. Well, it's too heavy to carry a whole long piece like this, so here's what I did. I cut it in half. So now I can easily carry both pieces because it's way shorter.
This is like the post that's supposed to be part of a fucking foundation for a building, and he cut it in half so that he could carry it easier. Now they can't even use it. It's and I don't know what this accent is. I think these guys are from Louisiana or something. I don't know what this accent is, but they overpronounce their T's. So if there's a lot of nails, they would say there's a lot of nails. They talk weird. I don't know what it is. It's funny to me.
You're probably wondering why I had to cut this. Well,
I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, let me drop this so you can't see what else is in my history. Creole, bro, I don't know what the accent is. It's not it's not the like the fucking Buffalo Bill kind of accent. I can't explain how these guys talk, but it's funny because all of them. I thought it was just the Gunner guy, that hot one I just showed you. I thought it was just him that talked like that, but then I noticed the other two guys do too. And then there's I guess their wives and girlfriends. They'll be in a couple of videos here and there, throwing a tool up to them on the roof. And the women talk like it too. I was just like, what is going on? Where the fuck are these people from? Some some fucking like bumfuck Egypt somewhere in America. They just like have their own language. I don't know what's going on. Where is it? Okay, here we go.
If you're clean and you know it, wiggle round. If you're clean and you know it, boogie down.
Known.
Why YouTube? Why? I don't know what there. I just got for the record, I didn't let you guys see it, but I got a diaper commercial. I don't know what kind of fucking retard is running the algorithms for YouTube ads, but I am a gay man. I don't know if you think I'm into diaper fetish stuff or what, but I don't have kids that I need to buy diapers for. Why I get a goddamn diaper ad? What, do you want me to buy them for my fucking cat or what?
And released.
Okay, let's see what this fucking guy has to say.
I want to take the start of this show to address some of the things that have been going around on public, namely about a group text chain that has been
things have been going around on public,
been made known and released by Candace Owens, and I just want to address it head on because that was a screen grab that I had shared with people, so it is authentic, and I want to go into it because I actually am really excited that the truth is out there.
Guys, he's so excited the truth is out. For some reason he didn't release it himself, but now that it's been released, he's very excited. He could barely hold it in himself. He totally wanted to release these texts to the public himself. He was so excited and could barely keep it secret. But now that it's out, he's breathing a sigh of relief. We're happy these texts got out, so we can show you guys, we can spin it into somehow telling you that Charlie Kirk really, really loved Israel.
First, want to say the reason I didn't share that screen grab publicly is because it was a private exchange, and I felt like it didn't necessarily comport with things that were already public. I wanted to not,
especially since you guys were telling everyone that Candace Owens was lying. Yeah, it made it very, very complicated for you to be able to share those texts yourself. We get it. It's no big deal, buddy.
Betray my friend's trust in that way. But I did share it with some people in government because it happened really quick. It was, it took 33 hours for authorities to get their suspect.
These guys are Illuminati Freemasons. I'm sick of this. I'm so sick of this. 33 hours. This guy's really repeating it. TPUSA, I mean, guys, the organization had to have been overtaken by feds. If any of this, if Candace Owens is on the right trail in any way, TPUSA is Fed controlled. This is scary.
And in those first moments, we wanted no stone unturned. We wanted to leave nothing unturned. So I shared it with a few people. Don't know where it went from there, apparently. But here we are. So one of the reasons, Blake, that I'm glad to have this now public, it was not mine to share publicly, but one of the criticisms we've received is that we don't care. We're not investigating every lead. We're not looking under every stone. And that somehow we're just like, sweeping things under the rug. And when I say that we want justice for Charlie more than anybody else, I really mean it, and no stone unturned. I mean, I don't know if you want to chime in on that part alone, but I have more to say.
Yeah, so it has been so frustrating to have people.
They're leaving no dreidel unturned. There's a few stones unturned, but all the dreidels are getting turned.
Blow up about this,
Yeah.
And I've certainly stated publicly, the reason I haven't weighed in on things is I am an eyewitness to events, and they've said don't comment on things because anything you say can mess that up. I don't want to mess up any trial for the person who did this.
That's 1,000% right. And I will say I wasn't an eyewitness. I was not there. I flew to Utah immediately.
Wait, hold on. I know I'm starting and stopping this way too much, but did he just sort of infer that if they talked about these texts that it would affect the investigation into Tyler Robinson, who has nothing to do with these texts? Am I crazy? Or did they actually just pretend that that's reality? Hold on.
about this.
Yeah.
And I've certainly stated publicly, the reason I haven't.
And when I say that we want justice for Charlie more than anybody else, I really mean it, and no stone unturned. I mean, I don't know if you want to chime in on that part alone, but I have more to say.
Yeah, so it has been so frustrating to have people blow up about this.
Yeah.
And I've certainly stated publicly, the reason I haven't weighed in on things is I am an eyewitness to events, and they've said don't comment on things.
Who is they? Who is they? Is it really the they that I'm thinking they are referring to when they say they? Is this like the three parentheses they? Bro, he is actually, holy fuck, man. What kind of fucking NPCs are actually like TPUSA fans? Who is watching this shit besides, mocking these people for being bad actors and clearly being full of shit and pretending Charlie Kirk was a fan of Israel to his death? Who is watching this? This is so shitty. And they're actually pretending that they didn't talk about these text messages proving Candace Owens right, because I think he's implying that the feds told him not to talk about anything because it'll, mess up their investigation. What does any of this have to do with Tyler Robinson?
Because anything you say can mess that up. I don't want to mess up any trial for the person who did this.
That's 1,000% right.
And this is such horseshit, guys. This is so painful how stupid this is.
And I will say I wasn't an eyewitness. I was not there. I flew to Utah immediately to be with the family and the team, but I was not an eyewitness. So there's that. But I am aware that in my role as spokesman for Turning Point USA, which is another hat I wear, the things I say, I'm cognizant of the fact that things
It's a tiny hat, but it's a hat.
say could negatively impact an ongoing investigation. All right. But I will weigh in specifically on this issue of Israel, because I know there's a lot of fascination. And I just want to say that, we have to let free speech be our North Star here. Okay. Charlie was adamantly free speech. And I am not personally going to impugn anybody's character who is asking questions and looking for answers. All right.
Right.
And I will say that text chain is consistent with public frustrations that he voiced many times. And I know, Blake, you were in the trenches on a lot of this stuff because we were workshopping how we were going to do the tour and what he's going to get asked about Israel. What was he going to say? And this is consistent with things that he told his friends, people that are, in the wider movement, about his wrestle that he was going. And so I just want to say, what is the truth about the way Charlie felt about Israel? Well, it's complicated and it's nuanced, and it was a wrestle that was going on for months, and it's probably somewhere between the BB letter and...
Bro, does this not I'm probably starting to stop it too much, but guys, this is actually bonkers. This is crazy. And if I don't comment, I feel like, I know there's enough people that are smart enough to see between the lines here and to sense that there's like something else up, but I feel like I have to point out how shady this is. This is crazy. It's so it is insane how these guys are talking like this and just lying about Charlie Kirk and pretending that it's done out of honor or something, or we don't want to impede the investigation by releasing text messages that prove Candace Owens right. Hello? Is anyone paying attention to how badly this stinks of horse shit? This is crazy. And also, I wanted to point out, listen to, they're saying the quiet part out loud, guys. Is everybody paying attention here? How they have to have, look at what happens when people, high profile voices in the conservative movement when there's high profile voices in the conservative movement that are questioning their loyalty to Israel, we have to have 50 meetings about it. What is he going to say? Oh, these little groypers are going to come up and ask him questions about Israel. What should we say, guys? Let's plan this out. Okay, so if they mention the Talmud, we just got to say this, and this. And if someone says they did 9/11, you can just pretend they're crazy and the crowd will go along with it. Yeah, that seems to be working well. Okay, we'll do that. Oh, if he mentions the Nakba, he'll respond like this. And it's just like, holy fuck. Really? Would we be having, like, if any other country or anything else got brought up, would we be really, like, having this? I feel like anytime you saw Charlie Kirk debate some college kid on something, he was actually off the dome demolishing half the shit that they said. But for this one subject, we have to have 50 meetings and tiptoe on these eggshells, make sure we answer every question perfectly because we've got these donors. We don't want to lose these donors, guys. That's what counts. We're trying to make money here, not spread the truth.
The text,
group text. I don't even think there's a between about it. I think those are entirely consistent with the exact same worldview. Yes. Charlie was not hiding things from people. People are going to try to make you fixate on a particular quote or a particular line to make you think that there was something hidden. There was nothing hidden about Charlie's views on Israel. Like,
except you guys tried to hide it. There's nothing hidden now because the text got leaked, but you didn't want them leaked.
For over 17 years, I thought that I had a problem with this, but I actually didn't.
Charlie.
Holy hell, guys, this is crazy. Scott Starbert said, thank you, DMS. You and I speak honestly and struggle to get views. While these TPUSA soap opera actors get 30K live viewers, this world is upside down. Bro, let me tell you, it does make me jealous and, depressed to see that kind of shit. But that's the name of the game. But also, I will say, I don't believe the numbers on half of these streamers. And it's not entirely because I think my stream is so much better and it just doesn't make sense that anyone else should have more views than me. That's part of it, but that's not entirely it. No, I think, honestly, guys, some of these huge pages, I think a lot of them they got like major bots. Major. Look up the dead internet theory and get back to me. Get back to me on I won't even mention. There's so much I could say, and I'm on certain platforms right now that I should probably just not. Elbows down. Thank you. Not enough people know of DMS yet. Need 7K per week in reparations. Come on, Israel. Guys, I need that 7,000. Seriously, we talked about this. What if I sarcastically tweeted pro-Israel stuff? Would you guys be able to keep up with that and know that I didn't actually betray myself for 7K a tweet? Would you guys be able to read between the lines if I said, that it was some day that Israel bombs a hospital, they triple tap a hospital while there's rescue workers trying to pull out bodies. They bomb it a second time, and I would tweet Israel definitely did not just double tap reporters and emergency workers. Would you guys be able to read between the lines while I get my money? Digital wailing wall, ultimate praying stream. Bro, Alex Stein is a genius for having that giant screen and putting the wailing wall on there. He's a fucking genius. Yeah, Scott Sarber said, you're 100% right, DMS. Dave Smith supposedly had 38K live viewers today with Fuentes. I almost covered that for today, but I kind of wanted to hit what we're on right now. I counted. He said, "What is 38K live viewers, 45 people in the chat? Mathematically bullshit." Yeah, guys, this is a dirty game. Florida, bro, Big E. That's it. You know what? And I feel bad that I got that mad at Florida Stanley, but he was fucking with me at a time where I'm like, I'm already struggling, and I got someone fucking with me. You're supposed to be Bubba Army family, and you're like, anyway. Yeah, I went off on Florida Stanley. Florida Stanley was like talking all this shit about my stream when I first started. Like, and I went, he was bragging about how he has more subscribers and that I need his guidance. And I'm like, what the fuck? I just like the way he said it. I was like, you sound like somebody who is talking out of their ass. I hadn't gone to his page or verified how many subs he had. I was just like, you sound just the way you're talking about how you could help me. Like, if you wanted to help me, you would just give my page a shout out on your channel and tell your viewers to go. That's how you help another streamer, another content creator, not by talking down to them in their chat. So he talks shit to me. And then I went to his YouTube channel. He has like 20K, yeah, something like that, subscribers, and his live streams had like, there was a few of them that had like 5 views on it. I was like, I don't even know how to make sense of that. But anyway,
I worked with Charlie on every major issue that we talked about, immigration, abortion, the transgender stuff. And he thought about the Israel issue a ton, all the time. It was in the news all the time. People cared about it a lot. He cared about it a lot. Just before the shooting happened, I finished reading, this is a 700-page book about the history of the Israel-Palestine conflict. I read this book because Charlie said, Blake, get really well-versed on this so you can help me whenever it comes up and just know stuff off the top of your head.
Yeah.
So I read it for that reason. If you want to know Charlie's views on the Gaza war, he wanted the war to end. He didn't want America to take Palestinian refugees. He was annoyed when people advocated that. He didn't want American troops on the ground there or with any other war. And he was upset when he saw stories about churches being damaged or Christians being killed. But at the same time, he recognized Hamas started the war. Hamas could end the war. Israel ultimately represented European civilization. Hamas represented Middle Eastern barbarism. And Hamas were the chief evildoers, and people who supported them were almost always supporting them for these bad, like, anti-civilizational reasons.
Yeah.
That's what his view was. And he was public about that. And then as it continued, Charlie talked to young people all the time. He could see what was going on the internet. He could see among young conservatives, there was a big shift to be hostile to Israel. There was a shift big time on the left, but it was also visible on the right. He could tell anti-Semitism was rising in America, and that upset him. Charlie was public about this. He loved Israel. He cared about Israel, and he cared about how that. Well, and he wanted to help the pro-Israel movement.
Yeah, and I want to play this. It's a long clip, but I said something on the Alex Clark show that was, in my mind, completely consistent with Charlie's public views about Israel. And that is something that he expressed very publicly on Megyn Kelly. Now, I know this clip has gone viral, but I think it's worth playing again. So here's Charlie in his own words with Megyn Kelly, cut 65.
And I will say this, the behavior by a lot, both privately and publicly, are pushing people like you and me away. Not like we're going to be pro-Hamas, not like we're going to, but we're like, honestly, the way you are treating me is so repulsive. I have text messages, Megyn, calling me an anti-Semite. I am learning biblical Hebrew and writing a book on the Shabbat. I honor the Shabbat, literally the Jewish Sabbath. I visit Israel and fight for it. And there's another article out in the Times of Israel today. I could read it on air. I was just reading before I got on. Charlie, what are you doing? Like, what am I doing? I'm sorry. Like, let's just take a step back here. Like, I'm an American citizen. Yes, I want Israel to win. Yes, I'm a Christian. But like some of the mess, and you've seen how I've been treated, Megyn, by some, not all, by some.
No, it's very irritating.
It's
been so unfair. They were coming after you after Turning Point for, among other things, that you had Dave Smith there. Dave Smith is allowed to criticize Israel. You had both sides. The Israeli side was overrepresented.
Though. No, you're not allowed to. It's even worse than that. Again, I just want to repeat for the 5th time. I love Israel. I want Israel to win. But my moral character is now being put into question, Megyn. Not my decisions, Not like, hey, are you doing this? Is it smart or is it dumb? But no, I am a bad person if I do this. And I could go, I mean, you saw it, Megan. It was trending on Twitter, thousands of tweets and text messages. And if I were to be charitable and generous, I will say the people that are attacking me are in a hyper paranoid state because they're at war, and war tends to make things black and white. And you're a hammer looking for a nail. So I'm trying to be charitable, Megan. Literally, I'm trying to cut as much slack as I can, right? Like, okay, what would it be like if all of a sudden I'm starting to see a pattern of behavior similar to what my grandparents saw in 1930s Germany online? How would I behave? So that's like my charitable kind of overcompensation spirit. At the same time, I'm like, but it's not defensible to be dumb. Right.
Yeah.
So,
and it's offensive. It's offensive to those of us who have been out there defending them in many instances against critics on our own side.
Your $200 puffer keeps you warm at the coffee shop.
All right, guys, it's getting late. Let me let's switch over. So this this we got the gist of that, I think. This this clip of who is this? This Gates? Yeah. Here, let me get you guys over to Twitter. So he was on Tim Pool's show. And he gets into, Matt Gaetz. He starts spilling the beans on some of this AIPAC stuff. So let's check this. I wish Sniz was in here. He would probably appreciate being able to see this.
Initially, I resented the fact that there was no appreciation for nuance. Like if you asked any questions about any decision of the Israeli government in any place regarding settlements, regarding Gaza, whatever, you were like, you had deviated from the script. And I just, in any policy area, I had resentment over that. And then I saw the way the AIPAC worked, and that was weird for like a country lawyer like me. I remember my first AIPAC reception, and like your fundraiser tells you have to go, and your chief of staff tells you have to go, your committee chairman all tell you have to go, and you get there and you wear this name badge, and I remember there's a QR code on it. And what we were supposed to do was go talk to donors, and then if they liked you, they scanned your QR code to make a donation, like on the spot. And so can you just imagine how demoralizing that is to like be told that your job for the next several hours to go chat people up, hoping they would scan you like a can of tomato soup on the way out of the meeting.
I mean, it's literally purchasing.
Right. And so I saw that and I was like, wow, that is so freaking weird. And then, I was in Israel. I went multiple times, and I did not like the fact that I found someone in my room rooting around in my stuff that should not have been there at the King David Hotel when I came back to my room when no one was expecting me to be back in my room. And I just
presumably Israeli law enforcement.
Well, I don't know who it was. I just thought, like, this is weird. All of these things combined are odd, and then the policy outgrowth seems to be an obsession about the Middle East that has not served my generation well. I just don't.
Bro, do they do that to everybody that takes one of these Israel propaganda tours? They put you in a hotel. They're like, we'll pay for your flight and your hotel. You put all your shit in the room and they just fucking rummage through it looking for coins and stuff. What the fuck? What the fuck? He found somebody rummaging through his shit when he got back to his hotel. Welcome to Israel. Oh, man. That's intense. Are we camping right now? Because that's intense. Let's go back here. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, let's take a look at this. This is only 5 minutes. Let's get through this video. This guy he touched on a few different things in his video here. He mentions this guy that got arrested. And I was supposed to sort of get into this a few nights back, and I didn't really touch on it much. All right, so let's take a look at this. Hold on. Let me get you guys over. What tab are you on? Okay, you're over here with me. Okay.
Yeah, actually, guys, ready to kick things off with a bang today? Let's start off with this piece by @Mia Stretch, STRETCH, over on X. Give her a follow. She's doing awesome work. So this is in a reply to a tweet by Anna Paulina Luna. So I think we should read the Anna Paulina tweet first, and then we should get into who was this dude that got arrested with a rifle the day after the Charlie Kirk assassination for trespassing on the grounds of the Charlie Kirk assassination. It gets weird, so let me hold on, buckle up. Okay, so your favorite ex-stripper and congresswoman over here, Miss Anna Paulina Luna, says, I applaud Andrew Colvett for providing content.
Bro, it's Anna Paulina Luna, guys. This is the chick that won here in Florida. So only reason I was like really that familiar with this race was because we had the Bubba Army, who are a lot of people in my chat are Bubba Army guys. Bubba the Love Sponge's attorney, Kevin Hazlett, ran for the position. He was running against Anna Paulina Luna. Anna Paulina Luna got the endorsement from President Trump, and that's basically what saved her. I mean, it was crazy, guys. She's actually like an ex-stripper or something. It's nuts. I forget all the shit they dug up on her. And she kind of gets lawsuit slap happy. So yeah, it's dangerous territory looking into Anna Paulina Luna's past. But yeah, she a hoe, and she beat our boy Kevin Hazlett.
Stop attacking Andrew, Tyler Bowman, and Miss Erica says, I applaud Andrew Colvett for providing context. Stop attacking Andrew, Tyler Bowman, and Miss Erica Kirk, and those who loved and worked with Charlie. According to what Andrew is saying here, he was assisting / had given that to somebody as a potential lead to find the murderer. Given that now there is DNA evidence linking Tyler Robinson to the firearm, let's see what comes out in trial. Bitch! It's his fucking gun! Whose gun doesn't have their DNA evidence? It's like, if I go and commit a crime, or if somebody fucking commits a crime with my fucking car, well, there's a pretty big chance you're gonna find my DNA in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody gets murdered in my bed, there's a high probability you're gonna find a little DNA there. Just gonna throw that out there. You know?
Yeah, dude, this is the thing. Like, everyone's like, oh yeah, it's they found his DNA and it's on the rifle and it's on a screwdriver, and so that's how you know he did it. It's like, dude, that's not what that means. That is not. That is if you are trying to play dumb and convince everyone else that that's what that means. That works like that, but that's not actually what it means. Fat Pig said, play the song. Which song? I'm not done with the parody song. I got to finish it tonight. What song are you talking about? Oh, fuck, that's right. I was going to play the Dude Likes Hitting Ladies. We might do that. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can find it. I'll let you guys watch this. Let me see if I can find that real quick. And if I can get that. Oh. Okay, I found it. So here, let me play this. I'll see if I can get this in here. Is that what you were talking about, Fat Pig? The parody song about Merch Crick?
Oh no, fucking strippers, huh? You can't fucking trust these women. Anyways, back to my girl Mia's tweet over here. She says, you sound fucking complacent. Which firearm are you talking about? Meet Russell Kensington, 38, who was arrested for criminal trespassing and felony obstruction of justice for tampering with Charlie Kirk's crime scene at UVU in the hours after his assassination. When he was booked on 9/11/25 at 12:30 p.m. Fuck you all, Freemason codes, fucking stupid. Is that the rifle the officer is carrying next to him that Luna is talking about? Wait, do you mean the fake one that they found with no serial numbers? Let's just dive in there a little bit. What do you guys see there? Sure looks like a rifle. Who is this dude again? That's dressed in a medical uniform? I don't know about you guys, but I got a hell of a lot of questions. So, Miss Luna, would you care to comment? Would you? I don't know. We found out a little bit more information about this guy. Let me pull up Mia's DMs real quick. All this shit gets interesting. She says, also imperative, the FBI also announced on the same day at 9/11/2025 that they had found Tyler Robinson's rifle. The same day, Kurt Russell Kensington was arrested and booked at 12:33 p.m. in Utah.
Whoa, what?
Russell's former military, 8 years. And then she goes down through here. No fucking way. That's the same place. Intermountain Healthcare is the same place that Tyler Robinson and Tyler Robinson's mother worked. No fucking way. They are. Check this one out. Check this one out. Shaner Broderick, a former intern for Mike Lee with ties to Brigham Young University and the LDS community, and Amber Robinson, mother of Tyler Robinson, were both employed at Intermountain Health. Broderick attempted to erase his online presence by scrubbing his LinkedIn profile, but evidence of his employment persists in an Intermountain Health employee's post where he had previously commented. So wait, you mean to tell me that this dude right here, Russell, this must be his LinkedIn profile. Imaging clerk at Intermountain Health, combat medic in the Army. Yeah, this is him. Holy shit. Russell just happened to work at the same place as Robinson's mom and Shaner. Okay, she was on that. She was on the same thing. Russell Kensington. And then she goes on at some point down here.
Sacred geometry. This guy's into sacred geometry. Oh, Bob D. Lover, what's up? Welcome. Hey, DMS Dabblers. Oh, the Fat Pigs at Anna Paulina Meyer Hoffer by Carlos. I don't have a copy of that. I don't know where the fuck that is.
So I'm just going to try to, I'm just going to want to find out where the email, because he puts his email in here. I don't want to dox anybody. Okay, right there. I can come out now. Okay. And he was present on 9/10 at the Charlie Kirk assassination. Utah Valley has the tightest security. We are safe. Thank you for all that helped out. What the fuck? Oh, and he's got his fucking ex locked down. Let me just recap this. The man that Phil Lyman claims isn't his cousin, isn't his relative, but I think that we've come to terms with the fact that he is. Pretend like he didn't even know who this man was. After Candace breaks the story, the 3 kids that magically found this Converse footprint in the back of Phil Lyman's aunt's house or grandma's house, because Phil Lyman's grandma was the one where the gun was located. It was his aunt's security cam. It was his cousin who found the footprint. It was him who was there at the scene of the crime. And somehow magically Tyler Robinson's mother, Shaner Broderick, Phil Lyman's cousin, if you will, or nephew, whatever you want to call him, and then now this dude are all connected to Intermountain Healthcare. Something stinks here, guys. I don't know what it is, but Anna Paulina Luna.
Man, is it that? I mean, it can't be that small of a community, right? Statistically, does that that seems weird, right?
Trying to convince you an ex-stripper remind you guys are new to the channel and you guys don't know she's really legitly a stripper. She worked at, I forget the club in Florida, but like a legit stripper, and her boyfriend showed up there and it was like a huge fucking meltdown and the cops were called, police reports were filed. So we know that that's a fact, right? There aren't people just making this shit up.
Damn, this guy's heard all the dirt on her too. I wonder why this guy is so familiar with her. I feel like man, I really, it's crazy. Guys, back when they were both running for the same position, it was very interesting seeing how sort of like the mainstream MAGA conservative people, whether it were just random voters and or like even like, you know, random pages like Flecka's Talks, and there were different mainstream like conservative voices online that were like congratulating Anna Paulina Luna for winning her position and all this shit. And it was crazy, guys. All the Bubba Army people knew the Iggy on Anna Paulina Luna, but like it's like nobody else was really paying attention because she was, you know, back then. Now things are a little bit different. I feel like people now are a little bit more hesitant because of how badly the Epstein files and now the Charlie Kirk investigation has been going and stuff. where they're just like, okay, just because Donald Trump endorses somebody doesn't mean I'm going to fucking vote for them or trust them for that matter. But back then, guys, it was like, the MAGA people just wholeheartedly kind of supported Trump. They found some way to justify whatever decision Trump ever made. And that went the same way with the Ana Paulina Luna stuff. And there was like I feel like a minority of people, which included the Bubba Army, the people that watch and listen to the Bubba the Love Sponge show. It's the Bubba Army channel on YouTube. It's also a live radio show that's syndicated in several markets. But because Bubba's attorney, Kevin Hazlett, was running for the same position, we all knew the dirt on Ana Paulina Luna. We had heard the full story about how she used to be a stripper and all this shit. Her name is like fake too. Ana Paulina Luna. It was like Anna Meyerhofer or something is her real name. It's something like that. Like she changed her name, and there's all this weird, like sketchy shit with her background, being a stripper. I think, isn't there, she supposedly did military service, but there's like something debatable with that too. I have no idea. I don't want to get sued, but she's got a lot of dirt on her, and everybody, a lot of the MAGA crowd just completely ignored it because Trump endorsed her. It's a crying shame.
Okay, so definitely a stripper, and now she's telling you that China is responsible for the Charlie Kirk assassination. I'll let you guys be your own judge of characters. I don't know. You guys tell what you think. We out.
That's funny. Play Clown Wig. What's Clown Wig? What song are you talking about? Look, I put this one in my system here. I imported this one. Hold on. You having problems? Oh.
It's Cox and Apollo Global. On your Cox website, you have, we're pro-woman.
So yeah, this is the song about Bubba the Love Sponge. It's now his fiance, but at the time was his girlfriend. Actually went to interview Mike Calta. So this is I'll use this as an opportunity to promote the documentary as well. They got it's the new documentary out. It's called what is it? Video Killed the Radio Star. I'm an idiot, of course. Video Killed the Radio Star. It's about Hulk Hogan doing an adult film with Bubba the Love Sponge's wife, and that was supposed to be like just a consensual thing between some adults, and the tape got leaked, and it's a whole story, and there was a FBI sting and everything, and believe it or not, the whole story leads back to Donald Trump and Trump's attorneys. I don't want to give away the whole story because it's over 2 hours long. There's a lot of info to get to, but it's a good watch. You have to check it out. It's a crazy story. But yeah. So anyway, what happened is Bubba the Love Sponge. I'll give you some of the story to give you some context for this parody song. I do parody songs sometimes for the Bubba the Love Sponge show. This one I did about it's Bubba's girlfriend went to interview Mike Calta. He actually agreed to the interview. It was at a public appearance that Mike Calta was at, where he's a big fucking mole-covered fat ass, like wannabe soprano, like fat piece of shit, Jabba the Hutt looking, absolutely disheveled, grotesque, disgusting motherfucker. And he wants to be Bubba the Love Sponge. So this guy, he's a radio host, and he's doing a public appearance at some fucking stupid gun store. And Bubba's girlfriend went there to interview him because there's the documentary that's out. I don't know if this interview was supposed to be part of the documentary or not. I think maybe it was. But anyway, she went to interview Mike Calta to ask him his side of the story about Bubba's tape getting leaked. It was the tape of Bubba's wife with Hulk Hogan in bed, you know. But what happened is Calta, this other DJ that's at this public appearance, he was involved with the tape getting leaked. Like I said, it all leads back to Donald Trump and his attorneys. It's a crazy story. But anyway, the tape got stolen from Bubba. And this other DJ who eventually took Bubba's job because of all the controversy, this guy was part of the tape getting leaked and stuff. So Bubba's girlfriend went to confront him about it and just ask him questions about it. She wasn't being hostile or being a complete bitch to him or like getting in his face like, you did this, motherfucker. Like she went up to him like, Mike, I want to talk to you. And he was like really welcoming. He's like, yeah, pumpkin, ask me whatever you want. Yeah, what's up? And was answering her questions. And then he fucking got pissed off during the interview, stole her phone from her, the phone she was using to record the interview, grabbed it out of her hands, and then started erasing all the videos she just took. And when she went to grab it, he basically he didn't punch her in the face, but you know, he like shoved her in the face away. It was basically like a palm strike. It looked like an open hand punch, just like pushed her away like that. And he had his bodyguard drag her outside as she's like crying and screaming. And he sat there and deleted everything off of her phone. And the cops were called and he got away with everything. It's fucked up. So anyway, long story short, that's what happened. But here's the parody song I did about it.
And they actually have this like,
hold on.
If you leave a hateful comment.
There we go.
Dude likes hitting ladies.
Guys, how about the vocals? This is me singing right here. Can you believe it? God damn, I don't even listen to Aerosmith. How the fuck did I even hit these notes and then the texture in my voice and everything? How do I do it? I'm impressed with my own, I did this a long time ago. I don't sing this shit. This is kind of crazy. I'm damn good. God damn. I'm impressive.
Dude likes hitting ladies. Dude likes hitting ladies.
It's Cox and Apollo Global. On your Cox website, you have, we're pro-woman, and they actually have this, like, women power and women empowerment. A woman got hit by a 400-pound man.
Bro, I can't believe Mike got away with this. When I wrote this song, I don't remember the lyrics I got in here, but when I wrote this, I was fully under the impression that the cops were eventually going to come get his ass. It's on video. There's multiple angles. Well, no, the hit, I think, yeah, he had already taken her phone and stopped the video, but actually someone else, there was a different phone that recorded what happened, and it's on video. There's video evidence. There's no dispute about the fact that she got punched by a fully grown Jabba the Hutt. She got hit in the face by an actual Star Wars villain. That's real. And he didn't get charged. He took her property after agreeing to an interview. Then when she tried to retrieve it, punched her in the face, and he's scot-free.
She drove down to the local gun store. Mike Calta welcomed her at the door. She was just looking for a soundbite. He gave her a hug and she could feel his cellulite.
You very much resemble Harvey.
He's fat as fuck. Goddamn, guys, these lyrics are so good. She went down to the local gun store. Mike Calta welcomed her at the door. She was just looking for a sound bite. He gave her a hug and she could feel his cellulite. God damn.
Steve,
top 5 of worst people to look like.
I mean, my lord.
He's got a face like Harvey Weinstein. 1025 is how much he weighs. His show sucks and so there wasn't a line. She walked up and got punched like he was guarding up a face. Dude likes hitting ladies. he gets caught in a lie, he'll give you 2 black eyes and have you dragged outside by 2 black guys.
And commend cops for keeping this guy.
The security was some black guys. He'll give you 2 black eyes and have you dragged outside by 2 black guys.
This guy off the air. I can only imagine the advertisers. Oh, you can go to by the way, you can go to 1025 The Bone. You can find their clients. They list them right there for you. In case you'd like to maybe reach out to a client and say, have you seen the video of Mike Calta smashing the face of a girl?
Crazy guys. All right, it's past 10 o'clock. We did it again. I went too late. All right, lovers. I think I got time to finish this song. I got to get out of here. I really do. Thank you guys. Oh, I appreciate it. Truth is, it's a great job, Scott. Amazing range. Thank you. These songs nearly write themselves thanks to science. Yes, Adam Wiley. All right, lovers. Thank you guys for the support. Please, if you're new, hit the sub, hit the like, all that shit. Help your boy out. We're a little growing channel here. I'm a growing boy. Help your boy out. I need some milk. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be up in the Bubba Army chat in the morning for sure. Hopefully, we'll have a new parody song releasing tomorrow on the Bubba Show. I like to give them first play. I mean, if they aren't gonna play it, I hope they tell me, just so that I can, I'd like to play it on my channel if even if they don't want it. But whatever. We'll see. But yeah, I'll be in the Bubba chat in the morning. I'll see you guys then. And then what do we got? Tomorrow is Thursday. Yeah, Scott Starbird, 6 p.m. Eastern time. It's my boy right here, my mod. You can go right to his channel, click on his face here. And he goes on at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Then we got Alex Stein live at 7 p.m. And then I'll be on again at 8 p.m. tomorrow night. And the Bubba Army channel is live 6 to 10 a.m. in the morning. So that's where I'll be. I'll be up in that chat, slutting it up. I'll see you guys there. Everybody take care. I love ya.